What you're about to hear is legitimately disturbing, and I'm not someone who is easily disturbed by what people say, but it really goes to show that this person needs psychiatric help. This person is... I'm just gonna say this. If you look up to this person as a role model, you are a twisted motherfucker. And I mean that. Like, if you associate and you look up to this person as a official role model, whether, you know, if you're a vegan, I don't care. This goes beyond that. And at first I didn't care. People kept sending me this video and I kept ignoring it. But until I finally clicked on it, I said, fine, I'll watch this. I was blown away at how disgusting and vile this video really is. This is the type of video which makes you sit back and say to yourself, is this guy gonna become a school shooter? And if you support this type of behavior, get the fuck off my channel.
And I just got back from the funeral thing that we had. It wasn't exactly a funeral, but a bunch of family got together and I was dragged to it. But anyway, I was planning on showing you guys footage of my grandfather actually having the heart attack. As soon as the paramedics got to the house, I took out my camera and started filming. But, a bunch of people in my family, my mom, my grandmother, uncles, shit like that, they threw a big fucking fit about me showing that footage on YouTube. They're perfectly fucking fine with eating foods that cause fucking heart disease and make people actually die of fucking heart attacks. But when it comes to actually showing people what happens when they eat these foods, that's just too much. So, fuck it.
So let me summarize this 12-minute video for you. Basically, he wanted to record his grandfather having a stroke. He did record it. In fact, the thumbnail, the video is now removed, but the thumbnail was of his grandfather having a stroke. He recorded this and was about to upload it to YouTube and is complaining and bitching and whining that his mother and his family doesn't want him to upload a video of him recording his grandfather dying. Who the fuck thinks this way? This is one of the most deplorable... I can't even fathom this type of thinking. You know, I imagine you vegan gains trying to perform CPR with holding a camera, saying, ugh, come on man, this is what eating meat does to you, and I'm recording it live so you guys can see that I'm exploiting my grandfather having a stroke or having a heart attack because this is what eating meat does. Now that he goes on further in this video on talking about his grandfather's diet choices and how he ate meat, ate dairy, ate all this shit, and basically says that he wasn't able to live his life to the fullest, and his heart attack was specifically in regards to him eating meat or eating a shitty diet for his life. Let me tell you something. My uncle lived to 92 fucking years old. He drank and smoked a six-pack every single fucking day of his life. He drank whiskey to where he was drunk almost every day of his life. He had a failing liver and a failing kidney, and somehow he managed to live to 92 years of fucking age. Basically, it boils down to correlation does not imply causation, which is what you're doing with this entire video of exploiting your grandfather's death, saying that the reason why he had a heart attack was because he ate dairy and ate meat. My dad has had 2 strokes, and it had nothing to do with him eating meat. My dad was diagnosed with a disease which nearly killed him off for 5 years. Once he got through that battle, they find out that he has a punctured lung, and he has all these varicose veins, which is causing clotting in his body, which caused him to have 2 strokes. Much less if someone wants to smoke a 6-pack of cigarettes per day, and they're being happy with their life, living life to the fullest, let them do that. That's their personal choice. But I just sit back here and think to myself, who in their right mind, unless they're mentally ill and sick, like beyond the normal scope of a mentally ill person? I'm mentally ill myself. I have clinical depression. Why is the first thought to come to your mind is, hey, I want to record my grandfather having a stroke? How does someone think like this? Hey, the first thought that's going to go through my mind when my dad's having a heart attack is I'm going to record him having that heart attack so I can show it to YouTube, to show it to all my YouTube subscribers, and this is what eating meat really does.
I've had a pretty rocky relationship with him, especially when I was a little kid. He was pretty abusive. He'd yell at me like fucking crazy, call me like a worthless piece of fucking shit if I didn't play well in hockey. He did hit me maybe 2 or 3 times pretty hard, and after that I was just scared of him my entire childhood, and as an adult, I ended up having a friend relationship with him, but I didn't realize until he was dead how much anxiety I had still being around him. Just these subconscious feelings were always there, but I just didn't realize till now, and I feel better with him being dead. I know my grandmother isn't happy about it. I don't know entirely how my mom feels, but she was crying about it. His other sons, you know, they were upset, but I feel pretty happy about the whole situation, and I just feel like a weight's being lifted off my chest, and I just feel less stressed out, and it's been a good thing for me.
So yeah, your grandfather yelled at you growing up in your childhood. Congratulations, because I had the same issue with my father. I didn't have a great solid relationship with my dad up until now. He's had 2 strokes, and he's differently, chemically speaking, in his brain. Despite us having a not a very good love relationship with one another, I would never, my first thought would never be to record him having a stroke. You show absolutely no concern. You sit there with this emotionless look. Oh, my mom's sad about it, my grandma's sad about it, everybody's sad about it, but I was dragged to the fucking funeral. God, that old fucking man, he fucking ate meat, he's worthless, had no value, he wasn't even, hey, he yelled at me a few times, but man, he ate meat, so he's a worthless fucking human being. I honestly am fearful of your life, and I'm fearful of your health, because this line of thinking, this thinking that you're having on a day-to-day basis, this deep-rooted negativity. You know, I'm a pessimist myself, but this goes beyond to an unhealthy level of pessimism, and I don't like saying this, but I could actually foresee you killing yourself, because that is how disturbed and how mentally scarred you are to have a reaction in this way. And I don't want you to kill yourself. You know, I don't, this goes beyond veganism. This has nothing to do with veganism. This has to do with my concern for your actual mental health, which is obviously suffering, and you're displaying it on the internet for everybody to see. Please, vegan gains, get some psychiatric help and realize that this is not normal behavior for people to have. Even people who dislike their family members to react in such a way to want to exploit their grandfather's death to push the message of veganism. You can't get any more twisted sick than that.